Hi guys, today I'm going to be ranking every country and how I think they will do in the World Cup. Make sure you like and subscribe. We just hit 10 subscribers. My next goal is 50, so subscribe. So, we start with Mexico. At the time of recording, this is match week 2. So, Mexico are first in their group, I think. So, I think they'll get to the round of 16. So, that would be C tier. Next is South Africa. I think they'll get past the group and then get out of the round of 16. So D tier. Next is South Korea. Interesting one. I think they're going to be a dark horse that nobody's going to be talking about. So I'm going to put them in a B tier. Next is Czechia, which, nobody knows who Czechia is. So I'll put D tier. Now Canada. Canada's like hit and miss. At the time of recording, they're top of the group. But they could get grouped. But I'll put D. Next is Bosnia, easy one. D tier, they won't go far. They'll probably get grouped. And next is Qatar, which I think they'll get grouped as well. Next is Switzerland, which is an interesting one because they could make it a deep run with Shaqiri, but he'll probably, his legs, he's a bit old now, so I'll put them at a C. Now is Brazil. It's very hard to interpret Brazil because they're hit and miss. But if they have a good tournament under Carlo Ancelotti, I think they should be able to get to semi-finals or quarter-finals at least. So I don't think they'll win it. They might get to the final, but they wouldn't win it. So I'll put A tier. Now's Morocco. They just drew with France and then they won against Scotland. So I think they'll be a dark horse like in the 2022 World Cup. So I'll give them, considering they're a small country, they'll have an S tier performance. Next is Haiti. I'm not sure about Haiti. They're hit and miss also. Plus they're not that big. So I could see them getting grouped. Next is Scotland. They haven't been in the World Cup for ages. Just because of that, and they don't have that much experience apart from the Liverpool legend, Andy Robertson, I'll put theirs at a C. Next is USA. It's hard to interpret them because they did good in their group, but they also haven't won anything in ages. Plus, the highest they've got is the round of 16. So, I'll do a C tournament. Next is Paraguay. I think easy D tier. They won't make a far run. They'll be lucky to get to round of 32. Next is Australia. Same thing with them. They'll get to round of 32. Next is Turkey. I've recorded this after they got knocked out, so it's a D tier. Next is Germany. They have a really young squad. They have Kai Havertz, Wirtz, Musiala, plus they have Nagelsmann, which is a great manager. So I could see them getting to the semis or quarters. So A with Brazil. Next is Curacao, a dark horse as well. They managed to draw with Spain, I think, and they're gonna do good this World Cup. It's gonna be an A tier for them. If it was like for a Brazil, if they had the run of Curacao, they won't. But for them, they're having a good run. Okay, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. I think they've got brilliant attackers, a good defender, so I think they'll make it to the round of 16. So C tier. Next is Ecuador, a dark horse. They recently drew to Cape Verde. No, DR Congo I meant. So, and they're meant to be the dark horses. So, I think it'll be a C tier. They might need to reprove why they're the dark. Next is Netherlands. It's hard to interpret. 2018 they did good. 2022 they did bad. And it's like hit or miss. So if they have a good tournament, I'll say B. Okay, next is Japan. They're missing their key players like Endo and Minamino. So I think they'll get around of 32 and then they'll meet a big boy, so they'll have to dip. Next is Sweden. I recorded this a few days after they lost 5-1 against the Netherlands. So they'll make it to the round of 16, but they won't get past because they're big, but they're not one of the big boys. Next is Tunisia. They've already got knocked out, so D tier. Next is Belgium. It's very hard for them. They're like Netherlands. They have one good tournament, one bad tournament. They originally drew, so I think they're going to have a bad tournament. So I'll say B tier. Next is Egypt. They'll get out of the group, but that's as far as they will go. So C tier. Iran, they're not going to do anything. D tier. Okay, now Australia, they won't do anything either. Now it's to Spain. They looked really good against Saudi Arabia. They kind of fumbled against Cape Verde. So they could be potential winners or finalists. So they're probably going to have an S tier tournament. Next is whatever country this is, they're not going to get far. Next, Saudi Arabia. Not more needs to be said. They'll probably get grouped. Uruguay, they're out of their golden age, so they'll get to round 16 and get knocked out. France, they're potential favourites, and I think they'll be like Spain. They'll get to the final or semi-finals, or they could win it. So, easy S tier. Now Senegal, they were the AFCON champions until Morocco scored a 90+3 winner. So I think Senegal, they could have a B tier tournament. I could see them getting to the quarterfinals. Next is Iraq. They'll probably get grouped. That was Norway, the dark horses. I think they're gonna cook this tournament with Erling Haaland and Martin Odegaard. So I think they'll have an S tier tournament and get to the quarterfinals. Now Argentina, I think there's too much pressure on them, so they'll probably have a B tier performance. Algeria, again grouped. Austria, again grouped. Jordan, again grouped. Now Portugal, they could win it or get semi-final. I see them going far. They've got a young squad and a good squad. And Ronaldo's leading the line, and he's got 2 goals. So I'll put S tier. Could move down to A tier, depending. Now it's Trinidad. They could do good. They've done good so far this tournament, so I'll give C tier. Uzbekistan, D tier. Colombia, they're actually really good with Luis Diaz and James Rodriguez. So I'll rank them as a C tier. Next is England. They could easily win the tournament, but it's not coming home. It was way better. Tuchel's improved their style of play, but I think that they'll get to quarterfinals or semi-finals. Croatia, they've got an aging squad, but I can still see them getting to the semis, like the last World Cup or the final. So quarters to final, that's what they'll probably finish. So I'll put that B tier, which is really good for a country like that. Ghana, they'll get to the round of 16 and get knocked out. And then D tier. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment. This is video 1 of 5 of the summer series, the World Cup summer series. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment for ideas for videos. Peace!